Welcome to the midweek reset. I hope you're watching this, whether it's on the recording, or somehow you got access to this video. Kudos to you. You own the end. And you're going to be able to get some wonderful relaxation and some amazing strategies to take you on into the rest of your week. My name is Elena Io. I am a human-centered strategist. I have been working in tech for the past 10 years. And what has lit me up the most is creating spaces just like this one, spaces where people can connect with themselves, ask questions, and think differently. So for our series, it's going to be a 5-week series, going through yeah, 5-week series, and we're actually going to be leveraging 6 strategic levers. And each week we're going to deep dive into an activity to support us with understanding how we can move and change and shift our approach to this lever in our life to get more out of our life or for your work. Change it for your work. Either one. All right, so to get us started, first take a moment and check in. How are you feeling today? Now, how would you like to feel while you're going through today's session? What is your focus energetically? All right, now that we have arrived here and we've set our intention for what we would like to feel during our time together, I would like to guide you through a 4-7-8 breath. This is a breath that I use with my one-on-one clients to start our sessions. It's a very, very, very powerful breath that you can use whenever you are feeling anxious, whenever you are feeling worried, whenever you need to get more grounded, you can leverage this breath. So you can either relax your gaze or you can close your eyes for this exercise. Make sure that the hands are relaxed, your feet planted on the floor. Now, for this breath, you'll be doing an inhale for 4 seconds and a hold for 7 and an exhale for 8. And for this iteration, we are going to blow out for those 8 seconds. You're going to act like you're blowing out like through a straw, forcing that air out. All right. So we're going to inhale through the nose. 2, 3, 4. Hold. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And now release. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Inhale. Hold. 2, 3, 4. And exhale. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Inhale. Hold. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And exhale. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Inhale. 5, 6. And hold. And now exhale all the way out. All right. I hope that helped you feel nice and grounded. Apologies for my sniffles. The weather has finally turned, so I'm a little chilly. All right. So let's hop right on in. All right. So for today, we're going to start with the keys to evolution. The keys to evolution are the backbone of all of the work that I do through Enfold Studios. The keys to evolution were developed over years of I've facilitated, designed and facilitated over 70 workshops. I have worked with hundreds of people. I've trained over 300 people. And what it really comes down to at the end of the day, when you're creating human-centered experiences, is that you are engaging, you're asking more questions, you're gathering information. If you're working just with yourself, that is asking yourself questions, journaling them. What are your feelings? What are the patterns that you're noticing? And then moving from that into the enjoy is all about taking what you learned and then creating different experiments you can run. So you're going to be brainstorming and coming up with different ideas. And from the enjoy phase, you'll find out what's working and what you want to keep and what you want to leave. And so, whatever you want to keep, you're going to then put that into your new patterns, your new behaviors. So you're going to be cycling through this a bit as we work together. We will be asking yourself questions. You'll be thinking of ways you could take action, or you could be experimenting through telling yourself a story. That's a way to try something out. And then evolve is all focused on, all right, what are these behaviors, these patterns, these mindsets that you are going to take forward? So, now that we have the foundation down, let's jump into the heart of it. So there's always a challenge that we're moving through, or multiple, and many of us are managing them. And when I say managing them, I mean we're putting out the fires, we're trying to push through it, and my question is what would it mean if we could find leverage? Because leverage multiplies our force. And so small adjustments in our life can create really big changes. And tonight we're going to be exploring the six strategic levers. These were culminated through, I read Atomic Habits, Simon Sinek, Start With Why, books like that. And so this is an amalgamation of what I've learned from many books over the years, and like I've stated before, working with folks. And I am going to be breaking down to you how you can pull these levers in your life or business. Let me pause real quick. Oh, oh, that's the screen share. I thought it was the recording. All right. Needed to take a little break. Sniffles, sniffles. All right. So with these levers, let's think about we can think about them this way. Here are the six strategic levers. So let's first start off with why. So as I stated before, Simon Sinek, start with why. Of course, we're starting with why. And so the why lever is all about defining success, defining what that desired outcome in. What does success feel like? What does it look like? What does it sound like? And if you don't have a desired outcome that you can feel, then it's going to be pretty unclear and unleverageable. So if you have a clear vision, that is what's going to pull you forward. Um, and so if we're thinking about this from the mindset of we're shifting from managing to leveraging, we can say, okay, I'm going to stop managing confusion and I'm going to leverage my future, my compelling future to push me forward. The next framework, the next lever is fuel. And so the fuel is your energy and your mindset. So your internal focus, your motivation, your resilience, your beliefs, all of these things are fuel for your internal state. And so all of your actions, they're going to be possible via your fuel. And so if you are stuck in a limiting story, if you are stuck inside of burnout, you're not going to be able to really use this lever no matter how hard you try. And so your internal state, your focus, your motivation, and your resilience, that is your fuel for all action. And so we're going to stop managing burnout and procrastination and start leveraging peak states whenever you're feeling expansive and your empowering beliefs. If you're not feeling so expansive, create a set of core beliefs that can drive you forward. Our next one is efficiency, so systems and processes. So these systems, let me put myself on the screen. There I go. Hello. These systems and processes is how you're going to be efficient. And what's really great about systems and processes is that you can check them along the way. And the systems are your how. So, what are the repeatable routines? What are the things that you can automate? What are the habits? The habits are like the internal automation. And these systems are how you can free up yourself from wasting energy. These systems are important because instead of just having a chaotic to-do list, you can leverage automated workflows. You can stack habits. That's from Atomic Habits from James Clear. So there's different things that you can do to create repeatable routines and habits that get you results. And this is a really great way to create flow is by having it so that it's a no-brainer. The moment that I do this, I then do that. Then we have resources and tools. This is your assets lever. So with the assets lever, this is all the currencies almost, time, money, technology, your team, your skills. So all the assets are the things that you can use strategically to up level yourself. You can get a return on investment in all of these things. And so stop managing a scarce budget. Start leveraging investments into your tools that will save you time and money. And so, all of that technology, time, and your skills, leverage them for that return on investment. And then we have the connection. The connection are your relationships and your network. Your relationships and your network are your ecosystem. This is how you're going to build out abundance in your life and expand it. So from weak ties, people that you may not know very well, to your mentors, your peers, your team members, your audience, your customers, your family, these are all relationships that you can leverage for synergy or collaboration and support. So you're not just maintaining a contact list, you are maintaining relationships and connections that you can then leverage in different ways along time. And so we're not going to be doing a whole bunch of lonely efforting, right? We're going to start leveraging the powerful support and creating a mastermind network for ourselves. Then we have the velocity, your action and momentum. So, your action and your momentum is all about having consistent, aligned motion. Me showing up here even though there's no one on this recording, on this line right now, it's all about me showing up consistently. I actually showed up last Wednesday as well and did a prototype of this. And so having the aligned motion, I'm doing what I'm intending to do. This is what's going to keep the momentum. This is what's going to enhance my practice. This is what's going to make it so that this space becomes even better. And then also the next action I take, like I'm going to be announcing soon, there's a challenge that I'll be starting in December. It'll be even easier for me to do that challenge because I will be inside of momentum. I'll be already moving before this challenge happens. And so execution and learning go hand in hand. So even if no one is watching, do the things. So we are going to stop trying to manage our paralysis, our overwhelm, and we are going to leverage consistent tiny wins. Did you show up today? Because small actions create compound results. And that's what we want, right? Better results time after time. All right, so that is the strategic levers framework. And for today, the core activity is focused on, all right, asking the question, which of these levers feels strong in your life right now? And which of them feel weak? Take a little bit of time. I'm going to play a song while you do that exercise and answer those first two questions. So just focus on these first two. Which lever feels strong and which one feels weak? Oh, actually, I'll just ask you to hit pause. Hit pause and take the time that you need because I don't know how much time you'll need since I can't talk to you, since I know that this is just a recording. And I want to use your time wisely. So, yes, write that down. Welcome back. I hope you press pause. I hope you answered those first two questions. So, which lever feels strong and which one feels weak? Um, I know for myself, the one that felt, and this is why I'm doing this, like the consistent aligned action, that's why I'm doing this series. Is that I did not feel like my velocity was consistent and I definitely want to strengthen that. And so this is a practice for me. Though this is my weak one, but the one that feels strong is my why and my fuel. That feels pretty on point right now. Um, and everything else in the middle, I could definitely work on that as well. You can feel free to let me know in the comments or send me a line if you want to share what came up for you. All right, and now the last question is, which lever, if pulled, could create the biggest shift for you right now? And so, like I've already shared, I'm working on my velocity lever. I'm creating more consistent aligned motion. I'm truly hoping that like I can be inspired by doing this. Like I've already in my personal life have the things that I've been consistent with, and I really hope that showing up in this space make something even bigger possible. And so that's what it is for me. What is it for you? Hit pause if you need some time to answer this question. Um, what would create the biggest shift for you right now? All right. And so to take us back to that engage, enjoy, evolve, I'm actually going to add in these. additional questions because after you've, like choose an area of your life that you're focused on, the area that you would like to shift. And so as far as the area to shift, now this is we're setting the stage for creating our next steps for the space you'd like to shift. Here's a few questions. These are a few questions. So, what would a successful outcome look like? What is your current mindset? And what is the story that you're telling yourself? What are the current steps that you're taking? Are they being efficient steps? What tools and time and skills do you have? What are you missing? Who knows about this challenge, and who could help you? If you're interested in some strategic support, some clarity support, feel free to reach out to me for that. And then what is the very next tiny step you could take? So on all of my calls, the way I'm going to be ending them is with you focused on taking time to write out what you could do. What could you do next, even if it's just one step? What does that next one step look like? So you can hit pause, take a little bit of time, or you can answer this um, um, outside of this time. But that is pretty much the end of the video for today. Since I don't have any live demonstration, I don't have a person here, but please make sure that you review over the notes, that you take your own notes, that you work on the space that everything could be different if you just focused on that lever. I really hope that this session supported you today with thinking about the different ways that you can manage your energy. And each week, we're going to be talking about a different lever. So, next week is all about frictionless flow, clear the clutter, and reclaim your time. And so the lever that we're going to focus on systems and processes, the efficiency lever. So I look forward to seeing you in the next video. Be well, love yourself, and shine bright. Thanks for joining me for the midweek reset. And please, um, I have if you're seeing this inside of your paid Patreon folks post, there is a reflection form. You can fill out this form for your own reflection, and you can fill out this form to connect with me, and give me some insight on how this all landed for you. Be well, love yourself, shine bright. See you next time.